Welcome back. Episode 16 of the 217 podcast. We've got a nice little special guest on this Sunday afternoon, Johnny Carnahan, or Jonald as I call him. One of my good friends. He's a huge sports guy, so he took the afternoon with me to get on here and talk some ball. So I appreciate that. And Johnny, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and who you root for and your fandom, go ahead.
What's up, everyone? My name is Johnny. Fans of IU football, IU basketball, Cowboys, Cardinals, and then NBA. I like the Boston Celtics. NBA is not a huge thing, but I do watch a little bit. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it.
So obviously Johnny, huge IU fan. So he just got to watch his team win a national championship, turning around probably the greatest college football story of all time. Johnny, I just want your how you felt in that moment after you guys got the game sealing pick on that last drive. What was going through your head at that point in time?
It honestly felt like the world just stopped. Honestly, growing up, it was all just three. I grew up on 3-9 football. I mean, we always watched as kids, but Indiana football didn't ruin my Sunday or Saturday. We'd watch it, they'd lose, whatever. Started when I got to about 8th grade is when I started letting it super affect me. If they lost, I'd start getting pissed. But then I don't know, the pick. Obviously, you were at my house. We went back to my parents to watch it. It was me and Cole started going crazy. We've been both into it really big lately. I was able to go to the Peach Bowl. That was awesome. Watching us beat the shit out of Oregon. And we have some Oregon friends it was awesome to rub it in on them a little bit. But it was super cool. And obviously now I'm always the cocky one, but the mindset is now it's natty or bust now. We got to win every year.
Hey, at that point, that's what you got to kind of do because, after you've been to the playoffs back-to-back years, that's pretty much what it boils down to. That's how, as a Notre Dame fan, that's pretty much every year. Obviously, we're not in the conference because we like to be little girls about stuff. But every year that we don't make the playoff, it's kind of well, this season was pretty much for nothing. But yeah, Indiana all year, by far and away the best team. I don't think anybody can really debate that. Your guys' offense was phenomenal all year long. Your guys' defense was one of the top, if not the top in the nation. And Curt Cignetti might be the actual best coach of all time. We just got to see.
They're already asking how many more does he get close to Saban. He is older already. I don't think we're gonna win 7 national titles in a row. Well, hell, we might not lose a game again. Who knows?
That's right. At this rate, dude, it's kind of crazy. There was never a point in time in that Miami game where I felt like IU wasn't necessarily in the driver's seat, even when Miami kind of came storming back in the second half with some flurries. They got a lot of pressure to Mendoza, made him a little uncomfortable in the first half, and kind of took some cheap shots. That's what I'll say.
No, I think one. He did come out. He did carry the option, but still illegal hit. He led with his helmet.
Correct.
But obviously you got to be. I don't think he carried it out that far, but he did carry it out. He did show the fake, but yeah, I never really felt that. We were playing super soft coverage. The scheme was different. We were just running different schemes, and obviously, Carson Beck's horrible, but then again, he is 25 years old. So he's not. Obviously, we waited for him to make the mistake, and I said it the whole game. He's due for something stupid.
Yep.
And then at some point, he's a very. I wouldn't say he's good. I'd say he's a very good game manager, and he's always been a game manager, like a good system QB. So but when you have to let him beat you. That's what I said the whole thing. Make Carson Beck beat us. If he beats us, then we lose.
Yeah, they've got talent all over the field for Miami. Their edge rushers are really good. They've obviously got Fletcher and Malachi Toney, so those are some really good players on that team. But at the end of the day, it boils down to what was Carson Beck going to do to ruin that game, and it showed. He didn't move the ball at all in the first half. They kind of figured out the run game in the second half. hit some dink and dunks over the middle. Tony got some yards. I mean, but there was no point in time where I was like, oh, it was just kind of silently waiting for Carson Beck to throw the pick that we all knew was coming, or fumble, or just do something boneheaded. I mean,
yeah, he thought he was Aaron Rodgers or somebody.
I mean,
with that throw that end up. I want to know what happened when we called the timeout right before the interception. I want to know what was said, what was like what just what was said in the huddle. I mean, I've never been I've played high school football, but I don't know what's in huddles and close games like that, what is said amongst coaches and stuff. But it was technically our Sharp who was the one who picked it off. I mean, I think our other DB picks it off regardless, but Sharp was supposed to be covering the in front of him, but he just took it. Nobody was coming over the middle, so he just or to the left his zone. So he kind of just floated with I don't know who it was. It obviously wasn't Tony. It might have been Daniels. I don't remember. I think it's picked either way.
Oh yeah.
100%.
The safety was taken in, or if the corner didn't pick it, the safety was. I mean, it just whoever designed that play for Miami, you had a single wide receiver on the strong side or on the wide side, and then you just have your brother's chirping. Nice, he is Cole. Chill. But Miami had a single wide receiver X'd out on the wide side of the field, and then had trips to the right or to the boundary. And I don't know what Carson Beck saw, but there was nobody else over there that was going to make that DB be a flat or a curl flat defender, because there's only one wide receiver over there. So as soon as he sees that nobody else is coming across on a crosser or anything else like that, he can just dip right back to that whatever it was, either a streak or a fade or whatever the route was. I mean, I don't know what Carson Beck saw, if he thought that he could just completely throw a laser into that coverage. I mean, there was literally like 4 yards in between the DB, the wide receiver, and the safety. I mean, it's just
I don't know. I mean, he tried to be the hero, and I mean everybody. And if you watch it, like people who don't understand, they watch sports, but they all talked about so many people were wide open. Obviously, he should have went through a progression, but I think the play, he was just trying to get it all back. Which I mean, I don't think they should have got it all. I mean, I think they still had 50 seconds, 40 seconds. I think so.
I think 50 something, somewhere around there. I mean, it definitely didn't have to go end zone or there. I mean, and if they do go end zone, say he does catch it, you're leaving Mendoza with at least 40 plus seconds, and I'm pretty sure you guys had 2 timeouts. So.
No, I think we had 0 because we called the timeout. We called the timeout a stupid timeout, and then we called the timeout before the 4th and 5.
4th and 5. Yep. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yep. And then we threw a pick, or called a timeout right before the pick, I think.
So honestly, I mean, I don't agree with the throw. I mean, but Carson Beck was trying to be the 7th-year senior and be the oh no. Wow.
He's an Indiana fan, isn't he?
I don't know. I think I don't honestly.
That's Brant's dad, right?
That's what I'm pretty sure. It's either Brant's dad or Brant. I don't know which one. I thought
he took me to IU basketball games as a kid. No, I think Indiana was out. I don't know if I'd say outplayed. We definitely didn't play our best football. I don't think, but that's why we were so good all year. We played great complementary football, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, if you didn't watch a lick of Indiana football this year, you probably didn't think Mendoza was that good, or was okay. Besides that run, obviously that run, you're going to look into it like a Vince Young run. I'm trying to think of other plays. Not probably as high as like the Tua to Devontae, but like, we did not play our best football, but in the end, I mean, that's why being so loaded or so complimentary on both sides of the ball benefited us in that aspect.
I mean, we were we were always told like you got to win 2 out of the 3 facets of the game, And honestly, like you won special teams, obviously. Oh, this is
Oh,
not
just
Brant's dad. This is
oh,
just
okay.
some random person.
I
Nice.
thought that was his name. The same name, I
It's
guess. Hey,
same exact
hey, hey,
name.
that's good for the show. You know, we're
Yeah.
getting people we're reaching out to
We got
Nevada.
Nevada people. Hell yeah. I just you got to win 2 out of 3 facets of the game, and you clearly won the defensive side. And you clearly won special teams with the blocked punt. And then honestly, offense, you can say, oh, maybe you got outplayed on offense, but at the end of the day, I mean, you still put up points. You still put up 17 regardless.
I mean, yes, they outgained us, I'm pretty sure, but it's like, although, I mean, I'm not saying we played soft. I mean, we weren't playing blanket coverage and letting them catch, but like, we weren't like coming at them every time. I mean, like they were playing from behind the whole way, so we were going to nice. They were we did not like they were playing from behind. They had to go. We knew they had to pass, and like we obviously, yes, it'd be nice to get yeah, I mean, I would agree the block punt changed the game that he
I mean
that.
that's going to be in any game. Like anything the statistical number for if you block a kick, a field goal or a punt, you are going to, like, I'm pretty sure it's like 89% of the time win the football game no matter what happens.
I think they said, yeah, I think we talked about that at my house or somebody, you brought it up or something.
Like that statistic is
I mean,
just
yes,
really
the block punt. Here, my thing on changing the game definitely did in a momentum thing. I mean, it was a home game in Miami, which was Indiana's always been a huge fan. I mean, we're the largest alumni. I'm not an alumni, but we're the largest alumni base. I do think it's crazy though. Like the Rose Bowl. I mean, I guess you could say Bama fans. I mean, they were traveling probably about the same as IU. I would say maybe. Yeah, probably about the same. But they're used to it. They're thinking, oh, we're Alabama. We're going to spend our money in Miami on a natty, which I get it. Indiana hasn't been in the Rose Bowl in my lifetime, my dad's lifetime. But I mean, I think okay, Cole can handle the chat for now. I think it was just very impressive and crazy how we took over the Rose Bowl. I was in that game in Atlanta, and there was not an Oregon fan in sight. Like, it was not.
I mean, from the videos you were sending, dude, it was a red wave. I mean, it was packed to the brim. Even on TV, they said it looked like it was all IU fans there. And I mean, even in the Natty, I mean, they're right in Miami's backyard. Tickets are like $5,000, and I mean, they are like astronomical price. And IU fans were still everywhere you looked. I mean, yeah, you saw a little bit of orange and a little bit of green, but for the most part, there was a lot of Indiana fans for a Miami home game.
That is, yeah. And then so the block punt, I would say changed the lands a little bit of the landscape, but they were punting from the back line. We were going to get the ball at the 50, and I mean, we were, in my opinion, I mean, they have been stopping us. We never got great field position. So right there, we're getting the ball at the 50, and they would, I mean, okay, we go take 10 plays and take 6 minutes off the clock, and guess what? That just screwed that. And Miami might not even made it even somewhat. The Mendoza thing might have never happened. Miami might have not had a shot to win it at the end. We're gonna take 6 minutes off the clock and score. I mean,
I'm pretty sure the drive before that was like a 14-play drive, or maybe the drive previous to that blocked punt. But Indiana had a lot of drives where it was like long 14 plays, 10 plays, 12 plays. Obviously in the first quarter, there were some that were like 3 and out, 6 and out. Like there was a couple of them. I mean, obviously the pressure was crazy. I mean, when you've got Ruben Bain on one edge, and then I don't even know what the other kid's name is. He's obviously going to probably be one of the, yeah, he's definitely going to be an NFL draft pick.
Yeah, they were the best defensive line we faced. 100%.
Oh yeah. I mean, I saw that when we played them game 1 of the college football season. I was like, this is going to be, oh, he's a BYU fan. Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, shout out to you guys. Instead of being USC, we got to play you guys. So, but I noticed that when Notre Dame played Miami in the beginning of the year, that I was like, man, these edge rushers, and then the Lightfoot kid, and then their D tackles. I was like, damn, like Jeremiah Love couldn't get going. CJ Carr got rattled a couple times. I was like, damn, this Miami defense is pretty sick. And then obviously they kind of fizzled out towards the middle of the year when they dropped a couple games. But I mean, I said it as soon as the playoffs started. I thought Indiana was going to win it. I didn't really expect Miami. I honestly had them losing to Texas A&M in the first round, but
I said I believe as well.
I just didn't expect it after Texas Tech going to go back, by the way. They'll definitely be back in it.
Yeah, their schedule's super bad.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, obviously, congratulations to the IU Hoosiers. Now you can ride that into basketball season and all the way through until football season starts.
Basketball season. I've been super big with basketball my whole life, but it's like kind of I get super pissed about the game still, and obviously, I mean, I've broken TVs over basketball, but I have not like this year. I'll still get mad, but it's kind of like nice and soothing where it's like, wow, I mean, we won a natty in football. Like, obviously, I want to win. I want to make the tournament. I want to win every game. But like for this season right now, it's just like, okay. I mean, hey,
yeah. I mean, you can at the end of the year, if you know, it's hard when you only have one team to kind of root for. Like if IU football is bad and then IU basketball is bad, then obviously you fall into that category where you're like, damn, like both of my teams that I root for in college kind of stink. But you have the natty now, so it's like you don't even necessarily like if IU basketball is just okay or even just good. I mean, you still get to just be like, well, on to football season. I mean, that's where thankfully like the Bears were good this year, or at least good enough to make the playoffs. So it didn't hurt as bad when Notre Dame didn't make it. Still obviously stunk, but deserved to be left out. But I at least got to see a little more football. It's kind of crazy that after February we're going to take 7 months off of football and just be like sitting here and have to think about other things
and bet on baseball, which sucks.
Yeah,
like I love baseball, but betting it's just so boring. I'm betting on it, or you can be like Cole hammering home run parlays every day.
That's right. I mean, we just
Ohtani Judge.
We're both Cardinals fans, so I mean it's going to be tough. I'm not going to be. I'll watch most of the games.
I watch most of baseball. Is the perfect throw it on in the background.
Oh yeah, you can just kind of chill. It'll take 3 hours of your time, and you can just
I'll go even if we're bad.
Yeah,
I'll never turn down going to St. Louis. It's awesome. Ballpark.
Oh yeah, Busch is a great time. I mean, and they've got so many good bars there now, and Ballpark Village is obviously really sick. So it's going to be super cool to just be there. And but yeah, we'll definitely hit up a game. I'm sure that Cole will definitely be down because you know he's a. Let's see, what's the word I want?
He's got a lot of free time.
He's got a lot of free time. Yeah, he can do as he pleases. He makes
TO.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But yeah, switching gears, we're going to talk about the NFL playoffs.
He said, what are your guys' prediction for my A's?
Oh well, honestly, they weren't horrible last year by any means. I don't think like they were bad, but they weren't that bad.
I was looking for my A's hat. It's usually sitting. And I wear an A's hat about 90. I wear an A's hat more than a Cardinal hat, Jeff. The colors are awesome.
I was about to say.
Cole's favorite player is Zach Geloff.
Yeah, he loves Zach Geloff. You guys shouldn't be that bad. I know they got somebody. Oh, didn't they get Jeff McNeil or was it Nimmo? They got somebody from the Mets. I don't remember which one. But honestly, like the A's are definitely like a unique team. Hopefully with you guys moving and also probably starting to spend a little bit more money since you're now.
I think they'll spend. I think they'll spend money finally being in Vegas. I think they'll I think attendance and all that, it'll never. Vegas is so touristy, so I mean, like, people still are gonna just go to games. Like, I mean, if I'm going to Vegas, I go to Vegas. I like going to Vegas, and I'll just go to an A's. I mean, yes, I like baseball, but like the non-baseball fan, that's just another thing to do out of the millions of things to do in Vegas. I think they'll start spending money.
Yeah, and I mean, you got Nick Kurtz. Obviously, got to make sure we pause in between that name. And then you got Jacob Wilson. So I mean, you've got two young.
Rooker's still there, right?
Yeah, he's still there.
I think he's gonna get traded. I think it's smart for them to trade him. He's like 29, right?
I think so. He's getting up there. He'll probably be moved at the deadline, I'd say. He'll probably.
I mean, at first there was smoke of him to St. Louis last year. So I mean, I wouldn't mind Brent Rooker.
On
the Cardinals.
I agree. I mean, your lineup's gonna be fine. Probably be good in the AL West. I mean, that it looks like the Mariners are probably going to be the team to beat in that division. I mean, obviously the Angels stink. Rangers are spending a lot of money.
They just can never stay healthy.
Yeah, I mean, and then the Astros are obviously the Astros. They're all getting up there in ages. Still got Altuve and Jordan and all those guys, but it's just they seem like they can't stay healthy either. That whole division kind of seems like they can't really. I mean, every year it seems like we don't know who exactly is going to win that division.
You always just pray that. You always pray like the Angels. You always pray a healthy Trout and get him in postseason baseball, and it just can't stay healthy. So I mean, I always root for the Angels to win that division. Or the A's, but like,
yeah, somebody different than the years of like the Astros, just absolutely rolling through that division for like the late to mid 2010s. But yeah, so that's a good little baseball talk, but. I want to talk about the NFL. Obviously, there's games going on today. At this time, it's 7-all. Jared Stidham obviously playing for injured Bo Nix, who somehow miraculously broke or fractured his ankle.
On the kneel, right?
Yeah. They said the kneel. They said it could have been on the QB power, but I mean, who knows? When he walked off, he looked fine, but obviously adrenaline's going, so he could have been just perfectly fine. And
I bet the Patriots. I bet the Patriots, but I don't know. I'm getting Nick Foles vibes right now. Stidham led the drive. I think they went 3-and-out, and then he led a touchdown drive. And I'm like, this might be some Nick Foles vibes.
Yeah, threw a giant bomb to Puka 100 yards and a tud next game. If you guys like to bet,
I do have Rams money line.
Yep.
I have Kyron touchdown.
I took Patriots Rams today.
Exactly what I did, but I added a Kyron touchdown.
Yeah, and then I have a couple more player props, but obviously those will probably never sniff a lick of shit. So it'll probably be like I'm sure Devontae will do like he did last week and have like 4 catches for 22 yards or some shit like that, and Puka will be non-existent until one drive and go for like 60 all of a sudden. But obviously in the wild card round,
you have Mendoza coming. He's coming to save you guys.
Oh yeah, that's
spend money on the offensive line. You guys have like $160 million in cap. I mean, just get him protection.
And go ahead and trade the Bears. We're gonna give you DJ Moore a first and a third, and you give us Max Crosby. Okay, that sounds good. All right, I'll make sure I send that to the upper management, and we go ahead and get that one done for you, Jeff. I think the most surprising game, like obviously in this wild card round, like this Rams-Panthers game was pretty cool. I really was surprised with how the Rams played. Looked like they were going to kind of run them out of the building to begin with, but then all of a sudden the Panthers started coming back. And obviously the Rams won. Bears-Packers was probably one of the greatest games that I've ever watched for a Bears fan. I was at a bar in Charleston, Illinois, watching this game, and to say the least, the first half was ugly for my bank account and for my fandom. But obviously, Bears come back. LaFleur just kind of fizzled out in the second half with the play calling. I mean, got really conservative, and the Bears did what the Bears did all year, where they just decided not to play the first half and elected to just throw the ball for 400 yards in the second half and make everybody in Chicago have heart attacks. I mean, that's just what it was.
LaFleur hot seat.
No, they're giving him an extension. And did you see that just today the Cardinals head coach is now their DC?
He interviewed for Dallas. We went with the Eagles pass game coordinator. I'm a little Fangio guy.
I would say that's a better get. I don't necessarily think I didn't watch a lot of Arizona games, but.
Gannon's mentor is Eberflus, by the way. I will.
Oh,
yeah. So that's.
Yeah,
I think our hire is not a typical Jerry hire, like a little yes boy, not one of those guys. It seems like he went. I'm not saying it's going to change the drought we are living in, but I think it is a different hire than what the Cowboys are used to.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, when me and Cole were, when we were all talking about it, and you guys said like you kind of liked it because he doesn't seem like a typical yes man, an older guy that's been in the Cowboys org for 20 years, and I mean, Shoddy's fine. I think he'll be okay. He does kind of seem like a Jerry prodigy, where he's just like yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, not going to.
Culture has changed. The culture has changed. I can tell locker room videos. I mean, this year banged up, defense was bad, traded Mike, all that. But culture seems like it's going in the right direction for the first time in my life, probably. But he's a little cautious. He's a little too conservative sometimes. I think once we cross the 50-yard line, he gets very conservative because we have Brandon Aubrey.
Right.
But I just don't. I think you have the best offense in football. You probably should. And with that defense, you got to go for every fourth down. I mean, 3 points aren't going to win you football games.
I mean, the Bears and Cowboys were similar situations. Like, obviously, the Bears in the playoffs and the Cowboys in the regular season, where it was like your defense is just so bad that you almost have to go for every fourth down, because if not, your defense is going to give up points. I mean, it didn't matter.
Except the only fourth down, the Bears went for it, I think, against the Packers. You guys won the game, ended up winning the game. The one from like your 30-yard line, I was like, oh, this game's over. Like that. I mean, being an outsider, I was like, oh, this game is like. I mean,
I'm all for aggressive play calling.
100%.
But it's a time and a place, and at that point, I'm like, oh my god, like we better have the greatest play drawn up that we know we're gonna pick this up, or we're gonna look like the biggest idiots of all time. But obviously, it ended up working out in our favor. Huge win for that organization. Packers have owned us for my entire lifetime, honestly, since whenever Rodgers came in. I don't know what
18 straight or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what Favre's record was with the Packers against the Bears, but
Caleb Williams is the first Bears quarterback to beat the Packers twice in a season since Harbaugh.
Yeah, I mean that's literally what it boils down to. Like, that's insane that it's taken that long. I mean, the Packers feels like they've been good since I've been around, probably
since Brett Favre to Rodgers to.
Yeah. I mean, Bears were good the year I was born, 1984. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly like. Obviously, I've grown up, and the first year I can remember watching football was like 2011. So like I grew up with like Jay Cutler, but obviously he was Smoking Jay, and I also had to go through the years of like Caleb Haney and Nick Foles and Mike Glennon and Trubisky and Fields and 40 other quarterbacks that were probably there at that time. So, I mean, it's nice to have Caleb. A little hesitant last year, thinking just like, man, like this is the first overall pick. Like, you kind of wish that he would produce more, but he obviously looked better this year. Hopefully he takes another step next year and just keeps progressing. But, I mean, at the end of the day, if we can win games and if he throws for whatever 3,500 every year and we win 10 games, 11 games, I'm fine with it. I mean, the 4K thing would be awesome. I'd love to see it, but at the end of the day, like, I'm just like, oh, like it's never going to happen. Like, it's just not a real thing. I think it's a FBI lie and conspiracy theory that just never is going to happen. So
You got to think about it though. Like it happens all the time, but like for example, like Cowboys, it's only happened 7 times for the Cowboys. I mean, Dak's done it 4 or 5. It might happen 8, and Romo did it 3 times. Aikman never did it.
I mean, Aikman didn't really even have to. I mean, that dude.
He had the greatest offensive line, and
had probably the great. I would say Emmett's probably
greatest,
second greatest.
I mean, I'm biased, so yeah, and I didn't obviously watch him.
I obviously didn't either, but I think that he's obviously. When did Geno? When did he throw 4K? For the Seahawks? Because he's only been in Vegas for 1 year, right? This was his first year, right? Last year. Was he there last year?
No, he's in Seattle.
Oh yeah. I mean, Geno Smith also received an MVP vote 1 year, so that's how good. But it's all right. You're gonna have Mendoza come in and throw for the first 7 or 8K passer of all time because God knows that defense needs a whole lot of help.
And he's going to have a Bella Danger as his agent.
Yes, correct. She's going to get every single NFL player is going to want to play for the Raiders. Yep, that's great job by Mendoza. All glory to God and the Bella Danger.
Yes. In the end, he just wants to have beers with the boys. I mean, Vegas is going to be perfect for him. That's all
exactly.
He wants. Beers with the boys.
I'd say probably the biggest upset of this wild card round, probably 49ers Eagles. I don't know what you would think, Johnny. Maybe the Bills Jaguars, but I thought the Bills were going to win that no matter what.
Jaguars are. Lawrence threw that late pick, but it wasn't on him. I don't know. I like Trevor Lawrence. I think they're in the right direction with Cohen.
Yeah. I mean that team looks a lot better. Obviously, they didn't even have their whatever. I don't know what Travis went, if he went 2 or 3. Obviously he didn't play.
Yeah, they won what? They won 12 games and the Lambo's still in the garage. Or what's that saying? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know what his career trajectory is going to look like, if he's going to play both ways for a long time, or if he's just going to play one, if he's just going to play receiver, or if he's just going to switch to corner. I think it probably just depends on who they have around him. I mean, obviously, if you have like Brian Thomas Jr., Jacoby Myers, Parker Washington, you trot him out there for 15 snaps a game on offense and make him play mainly corner if you don't have as good a corner room. But they've got a good. They look like they're going in the right direction. I mean, for the longest time, I feel like the Jaguars, since probably Saxonville, has been kind of the same with like the Bears, where it's like a laughing stock almost. But the Texans Steelers game, horrible watch. The Chargers Patriots game, I think we all just fell asleep and snoozed through. The Sunday night and Monday night were just awful.
Who was Sunday night? That was
Chargers Patriots.
Oh, Chargers Patriots.
I mean, once again, we've said it.
Steelers on primetime is always going to be horrible.
I mean, primetime shit-offs. That's what we watched all season long, it seemed like.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some good Sunday night games we got. I mean, Cowboys-Packers early on, but that ended in a tie. The Bears-49ers was good.
Yeah, those games were decent. It's just there were so many bad ones.
The first was it the first Sunday night or was it Thursday?
Oh, that might have been the Bills Ravens.
That was really good.
I think that was either Sunday or Monday, but it was prime time. So either way, that was one of the games of the year. There was another one that I just can't really think of that was really, really good. But yeah, I mean, Bills obviously go on the next round and lose to the Broncos. That game was a little wonky, I'm not going to lie. Josh Allen didn't play his best. Had some pretty bad turnovers. The one where he threw it 30 yards backwards was obviously horrible for them. There's like 8 seconds left on the clock. He fumbles it 30 yards backwards. They get a field goal out of it right before half when it was going to be tied. Or they were going to be down 7, not down 10. Me and Johnny had to sit through and watch. Thankfully, we're at a bar, 49ers Seahawks. That was a ass beating. the Texans Patriots game, CJ Stroud is horrible. Like, dude just cannot stop turning the ball over. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite that bad. I mean, like, it was just like 4 interceptions. I don't know if
He
he
had a
had a
fumble.
fumble. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty bad. Like, it's not gonna show me, but like, that's horrible. I mean, yeah, he threw for 212, but he had 4 picks. I mean, that's bad. And I mean, Patriots didn't even have to play that well. Like, May threw a pick, threw for 179 and 3 touchdowns, but I mean, when you turn the ball over 4 times, like, this is a 12-point game and you turn the ball over 4 times. If you cut that in half, I mean, Jeff, if you're still here, Cole wants some gambling advice. I don't know if he necessarily needs it. You might need to give it to our buddy Vaughn. We also need to see what he's betting for these next games, by the way, before we start putting people for touchdowns. And then the last game, the heartbreaker for me, obviously, Bears probably shouldn't have been in a position to win this game. Rome obviously dropped probably a ball that he probably drops it if the safety hits him correctly, but goes through his hands on the first drive. Caleb throws a pick on that one. And then honestly, the Bears didn't play that bad defensively, held the Rams to 20 points. Stafford obviously, still threw for 258. Caleb had the 3 turnovers. The one to DJ to basically in the game in overtime. Say what you want. It's a bad ball to throw one for Caleb, and it's also a bad route by DJ. But at the end of the day, you can't play the if game. If he catches it, if he drops it, if he goes and runs, whatever. If my grandma had wheels, she'd be a goddamn bicycle. So
I just didn't like throwing it 30 yards down the field. That's the only thing I didn't.
I didn't understand it. You're literally inching up on the 50. You ran the ball efficiently. You ran pretty efficiently all game. Like, DeAndre had 76 yards rushing. I'm pretty sure Monangai sprinkled in there too. It's just like, yeah, I mean, Monangai had 36, Caleb had 40. It's a second year mistake that just cannot happen. And I know that obviously DJ has been our guy in the playoffs, but and I enjoyed watching DJ with Justin Fields, but after this year, I don't believe in him anymore. It's just, there's so many, like, Riley sends me compilations all the time of just DJ Moore poor effort plays, and it's like 1 to 4 times a game he just is either jogging or doesn't run the right route, and
he's expensive too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the whole thing is like, in the presser, Caleb was like, this sucks because this is the last time this group of guys will ever play together, and you don't really think about that at the time, but it's like, yeah, I mean, you've got to restructure Montez Sweat. You probably are going to get rid of DeAndre unless he wants to restructure and come back. And you also are going to probably have to restructure Montez. You're probably going to cut Tremaine Edmonds. Like, there's a lot of stuff that
if you get rid of Swift, do you go get another running back?
I would assume so. I don't think Monangai. I think Monangai is a very good third down running back.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's the explosive playmaker that Ben Johnson needs out of the backfield. I know Riley talked yesterday about the Bears are interested in Travis Etienne if he doesn't go back to the Jags. But if you look at their stats between DeAndre and him this year, pretty comparable. I think Swift ran for less, but he also was splitting a lot of carries, where it seemed like Etienne pretty much had that backfield for the most part. I
think Johnson wants what he had in Detroit.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not going to get somebody like Gibbs unless you find somebody, but.
And I mean, they could draft somebody, but I think that the biggest thing that they got to do is get the interior defensive line, and they've got to get another edge, and also restructure Montez, because we're paying him like a top 5 edge rusher in the league, and he's good, but you got to have complementary pieces around him to be able to really show that he's worth that money. and he just really hasn't seemed like he's been worth the giant contract that he's on. Same way with DJ. I mean, Burden and Adunze, if he could catch the goddamn ball, yeah, Cole would love him.
The Roman Empire.
Yeah, we could have Kyle Monangai and Roman Hemby. Hell yeah, I love it for the next 3 years until they both fizzle out of the NFL from taking 400 hits a game. But I'll be interested. The NFL offseason is obviously one of the most fun times, especially during draft time. I'll definitely get on here and talk about the draft and do some mock drafts and see what we all think, see who gets the closest. But yeah. And so obviously that game is at the half for the Patriots and Broncos. Obviously we both said we think it's going to be Patriots Rams. If you think it's Patriots Rams, Johnny, who do you think wins the Super Bowl?
I mean, I'm a big Drake May truther, so I mean, I'd probably bet. I'm probably gonna bet. I mean, I love Stafford, but I mean, I'm probably gonna bet Drake May, and that might. But I mean, it's gonna he's won it before. McVay's the smartest guy in football. Patriots won't even win this game. He says, "Well, if they don't, then the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl."
I saw that if it's Rams Broncos on FanDuel today, that the Rams are favored by 8.5.
I mean, yeah, it's just the rookie. It'd probably be 5.5 with Bo Nix. But I don't know. I think the Patriots will end up winning this game.
Yeah. If the Broncos and Seahawks win, we could get a quarterback shit off. It'd be pretty fun in the Super Bowl. We could see Sam. I'm seeing Ghost Darnold, and Jared. I haven't came off the bench all year. Stidham.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm pulling for the Patriots just because of Drake May. But I would be fine with either or.
Yeah.
I don't want even though it's Bo Nix is playing, I don't want the Broncos to win because Bo Nix got him there all year, and I'm not a fan of Bo Nix. So
yeah, I mean, fair. I think what would bring in the most views would be Patriots Rams or Patriots Seahawks, just because of that kind of storyline with them playing in the early 2010s, or the mid 2010s, I should say. But at the end of the day, I mean, it feels really weird. I mean, every year it's like both of us haven't had a team that has played in the Super Bowl, obviously, in this goddamn decade.
I haven't even an NFC championship game.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been one.
Yeah, we're the longest and you guys are the next.
Yep. So we're both in a absolute hell. Salary cap in college. If I was still at my Division I school playing football, hell no. But I don't know. I think they're starting to figure it out with the contract things, where it's like they tie these guys in, kind of like a Damon Williams, and then I know Mensa's going through the same shit right now, where it's like they want to get paid and then jump ship when somebody else offers them once they figure out what that dollar amount is. But I don't know. I mean, college athletes have been getting paid since the dawn of time. I mean, that's the whole thing, whether they want to admit it or not. Everybody was paying somebody. But I just don't know how you can salary cap it, because technically they should only be making money off of their name, image, and likeness.
That was what the whole thing was supposed to start with.
Yes.
Like, get the video game, make your 5 whatever from the video game, stuff like that. Jerseys, you put your names on the back of jerseys.
Like, it was the whole thing with like Johnny Manziel, where he was like, they could make X amount of money off of a bunch of his jerseys in the bookstore, but he wouldn't make a dime. And that's what it's supposed to boil down to. It shouldn't be like these guys getting car like deals and stuff like that and all this other shit where you're just getting boosters from like Texas and Texas Tech, for example, just getting millions pumped into them by oil money and just absolutely like being able to pay anybody and everybody $1 million. So then obviously it hasn't worked out for them yet, but I just don't know if you could salary cap the college football, because technically it can't be, because of the name, image, and likeness.
I just watched 2 full teams of 25-year-olds play football. And it wasn't even NFL.
I mean, if they've got eligibility, that's the way it's set up, man.
Indiana's best players are all legit guys besides their running back room. They're all true college athletes that should still be in college. Running backs are 5th year, 6th year, 5th year, and then Mendoza.
He's my age. I mean, he's 22.
Both the wide receivers are junior. One's a red shirt. I believe Cooper is a red shirt junior. Maybe not, though. He might just be straight up junior because I know he has a year. Surratt, senior. Becker, sophomore. Fisher, junior. Pons, junior. But I saw somebody, I forgot who it was, some sport podcaster, and everybody doesn't like the older because you're playing older against younger. But college football has always been, it's kind of like, NBA is a horrible product, but you can just tell the basketball players are better than college. College basketball is more exciting because you have the fans, you have the running sets. It's not just isolation basketball. But I forgot who. I think it was Cowherd, and I'm a big Cowherd guy. When it's football, he steers away on certain things. Like basketball, he doesn't really. He lost all thing in basketball. But I know I said Fisher was a senior, a true senior. But he, he said something like college football is better. It's like more like he watched the Indiana game and he said it felt like an NFL game. All NFL talent, all around the field. He goes, nobody. Yes, they made mistakes, but it was just. Football is getting older, so it's more like college football. I can remember it's just the stupid. It still happens with the smaller schools, like stupid turnovers and stupid stuff, but like it feels like college football is becoming more like actually enjoyable. I've always liked college football, always like it, but it seems like it's a better product right now because it is getting older. Yes, it's getting a little out of hand with certain people, and like basketball is going through it with the NBA players. That is ridiculous. Football hasn't got to that point yet. I don't think they will.
No,
because football doesn't have a G League per se. Yes, they have all the CFL, XFL, but they don't have a G League like college does, and you have to stay 3 years, all that jazz. Right. But I think the football product is being better with this.
Oh yeah,
people being older.
The thing about it is like obviously like if I were to still be at Eastern, like this would be my true senior year, and because of a red shirt and a medical my sophomore year, I would still have my 6th, like I would have 6 years of college football. I would also be 25 playing college football if I stayed there. And I played with multiple kids when I was there that were 25, 26. My freshman year, Johnny, I walked into the doors of Eastern Illinois, and the guy who took me on my official visit was 27 years old and was still playing. It's just the kids where it's like if they've had a injury and they've gotten the medical, obviously the NCAA has passed it. Like they've said, you know what, you didn't play in the necessary amount of games.
And now the JUCO rules the thing.
The JUCO thing is gonna get crazy. Like that is going to be wild. You're just not going to see as many low end, like star rated kids go to those big schools anymore. You're going to see them go to JUCO and then go.
I don't know the JUCO landscape of football. I know it's competitive and stuff, but like that's how like basketball, JUCO basketball is surrounded with D1 idiots. They're just not smart, and they're just D1 talent, just not smart, can't get into school, and then they go play JUCO, and then they go D1.
Yeah, that's what we always said was like the guys that were at JUCO or at a lower rated school like a D2 or D3, even like maybe even a lower Division I, and they come and they're like, oh, they're a great athlete, but what we always said was like, what's their defect? Why weren't they here in the first place? Like what's the misconception here between this kid? Like he's a baller on the field, Is he not a good student? Does he have like,
Yeah.
emotional
It's different because like
problems?
baseball, for example, I mean, I played junior college baseball. I'm not saying I was going to the league, but like in baseball terms, JUCO's a good thing because you can go pro. Like
Yeah,
that's why people go to JUCO for baseball because you can go pro after your freshman year, after your sophomore. If you go D1, you have to stay 3 years.
exactly.
So
I mean, it's a good
baseball is
route.
different.
I just think that it's going to get a little hairy because of you're just going to see a lot of kids that are like, what I don't want to see is these big schools going, hey, we're going to give you go to this JUCO and we basically groom you there. And then after your first year, second year, whatever at JUCO, you're going to come play for us.
For four
And
years.
yeah, like I don't want to see that happening. And honestly, with the way that college football can kind of be a little snaky, I can see that happening a lot. But Jeff, I don't know how old your nephew is, but I probably played him. We played in the same conferences, UTM. They beat the ever living shit out of us every year. Ty Simpson's dad is actually the head coach there, Johnny. If you knew that,
I think you told me that.
which
UT
is
Martin, that's Cole, that's Parker Stewart, right? I don't know.
probably,
I think he
yeah.
went there. That's IU basketball player went there, I think.
But I mean, yeah, that's kind of the way it is in FCS. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say the dollar figure that I saw. He probably sees similar, not going to lie. Like he'll obviously get like the stipend check and more than what a normal college kid would be getting paid. He's also getting a free education. So like, you can't really beat that. That's what they always, when you're getting recruited, that's kind of what they preach is like, you might not make $200,000 in NIL, but you're also getting
a
hundred plus $1,000
school scholarship.
school paid for. I mean, you can't beat that. And anything on top of that, you're still playing college football. You're still playing Teach Server. I don't know. Let's see. I'll look him up. If you want to go ahead and roll into UFC, you can, Johnny. Just your thoughts with like the fights that you watched. If you
I was at a bar, and bars are still. I was very excited because once it went to Paramount, I was super excited. That the bars I go to, at least because I'm close with the owner, was going to be able to put them on. But streaming services are really weird. Like you're not even really allowed to have streaming services at bars. Like it's some like big thing. I don't know.
I didn't know that.
They have like that. They have one TV for like ISU games. Like it's a big TV, but not the big TV. Obviously for the Natty, it was on ESPN, so it didn't matter. But like they have one TV, the corner where we stand. There's that TV right there above the kitchen. They usually put ESPN Plus on that one, but I guess there's some big streaming rule, and so they still can't. They have to pay. I know bars have to pay a ridiculous amount for fights to be showed at the bar, which I think all bars should because you're going to get people spending money. All your bar will be filled with drunk college kids or not even college guys. Like, I mean, I'm not in college. I would go. Yeah, bars have for their average capacity.
Yeah, I mean,
for a bar like the Elroy's, for example, the bar I go to, you've been. I mean, it gets really busy right before primetime hours, and if you put a UFC fight on there, I mean, you could charge cover, you could do this to cover it, but I think you would get a whole bunch of bars. But I guess it's ridiculous, and it's depending on who's on the card. Like if it's a McGregor or just the biggest names, it costs more.
That's wild. I never knew that.
Yeah, so it's because I remember we went to Daddy-O's. What fight was it? The fight McGregor broke his leg against Poirier.
Okay, so Dustin versus Conor 3.
Yes, they put it. The DJ, you know the big projector they have where it shows like the DJ, like his view on. Yeah, so they have that projector screen. He threw it up on there. And right when Conor was breaking his leg, we had it on our phone still kind of just because like we were kind of separated. And right when he was like stepping back to break his leg, he had to turn it off because like they're not going to get in trouble, but it takes one person. It takes somebody who knows somebody to get them in trouble. So like, yes, I guess it's some big deal.
Damn. I mean, that's crazy, but I'm glad, like, honestly, the pay-per-view thing, and I think that UFC kind of had to do it because they were just not making as much anymore with all of the illegal streaming services. Like, I mean, I didn't pay for a single UFC fight for the last 4 years. I mean, it's
And yes,
just
you get and it's that way. The only thing I heard, I didn't pay attention, but I heard people complaining that the Paramount commercials were longer. It wasn't the average after fight thing, and then walkouts. I heard that was a big thing, and they just did the walkouts for the co-main and the main, and then so I'm sitting here thinking like sometimes like on stacked cards, like I'm trying to think of super stacked cards, like 300 was stacked, like the first fight of the main card was a big fight, and like certain people are like their entrances are cool. Like I was talking to Andy and Riley, like O'Malley has a cool entrance, the song's cool, the crowd goes pink. I mean, it's a big thing, and he was supposed to be the third fight. So technically, are you saying maybe are we not going to see it, or because it's O'Malley, are we going to see it?
Right.
I don't know. So I guess we won't know until maybe unless they change it, or we'll really see on the White House card. I think because that's. I mean, he says he wants 6 or 7. And that is words from Dana White. So he wants that many fights, title fights on the card. I know cards are usually 5, but I think he wants like 7 on the main card, 7 fights.
Yeah, I mean that card is going to be phenomenal. Whatever they decide to do with it.
7 title fights will be tough though, because you got to think who's going to. I mean, Ilya, if he's back in Gaethje, do that.
Islam versus. To be honest, Jeff, I don't know what it means either. I just do it because me and Cole think that it is absolutely like I'm telling you, like this is hilarious to us. Like we're just immature little kids and we don't understand it. Islam probably fights. I mean, he just beat JDM. It's probably Kamaru Usman.
If depending on, I know we're looking ahead, I guess, instead of talking about this one first. But I think if Merab can't fight right away or doesn't want to fight, you give Suga Yan probably. I mean, Suga at the White House, you definitely do that. I mean, do you call Colby Covington? He's the patriot of them all.
I mean, I think he fights on it no matter what. I don't know if it's the main or if it's the prelim, but he definitely fights. Everyone
says John Jones, but I mean, Dana said stop.
Yeah.
Stop with the John Jones. Conor wants it, but you can't trust Conor McGregor.
No, never. Not ever again. Obviously, I think
I think he put Holloway on there.
Yeah, I think Strickland obviously wants, but he's also fighting in February. So like
that's all where it comes down, because I think Holloway's fighting. Is Holloway next? No, Holloway's
he's in March. So like that's a quick turnaround, especially if like him or Charles gets the shit beat out of him. Then there's like a mandatory layoff.
3 months, I think.
Like Ilya is definitely going to be on it because he said he's not fighting until after spring for us because of the whole custody thing.
It'll be, and if he still isn't, Gaethje, because if Ilya doesn't fight for a certain amount of months, he's stripped, and it's Gaethje's the undisputed. Champ. And then Gaethje said, I am fighting at the White House. So, I mean, obviously it's not his call, but I mean, they're going to put Gaethje on.
Yeah, they'll give it. I mean, and the thing is, you're not going to see like Volk's fighting next weekend. This could be Volk's last fight. Like that's the sad thing of it. Like he could just say, you know what? I beat this up and coming kid twice now. I'm into the end of my career. I'm done. I don't know.
That's why I think Merab, if Volk's done, I think Merab could go up and
fight.
Then you would give Suga and Yan because yes, I'm vaping on cam. Bryce gave me permission to do that.
It's all right, dude. It's not. It's
when this podcast becomes thousands of followers, I won't do it. I'll get off cam and do it, and viewers. I think Merab, he lost to Yan, but I don't think there's competition for Merab in bantamweight.
Yeah,
I mean, so maybe he goes up.
Yeah, I mean, or if Merab takes the Yan 2, or I don't know if they fought twice.
Who?
Peter Yan versus Merab. I don't know if they fought twice or if they fought.
No, that was their first one, I believe.
The first one. So I don't know if they do. If he say he does that, that leaves the door open for Sean to just be like, screw it. Why not go up to featherweight and just be like, whatever, go up to 145 and fight.
Especially if Volk leaves,
Yeah.
that takes it away, and Elia's gone. I always said I would want Elia beat Sean, but I always wanted to see that fight just because it would never go to the ground, and they have both the best swing jabs and punches. I think, and pound for pound.
Yeah. I would agree.
But I would think that would be awesome to see just standing up and watching. Elio definitely wins, but now definitely Eli's gone, so like why not? But then again, who knows? I mean, there's a lot of bantamweight's weird. I mean, yeah, if Merab and Jan fight, I think he's going to try to find a way to get O'Malley on that card, especially at the White House. It's Sean O'Malley. That's the name is going to just
name value alone is just going to use up.
So I mean, but Sean said he wants Jan. He said Merab gets it. He said Merab earns the rematch if he wants it, but he's like, I don't want to fight. He says he would fight Corey at some point, but he says right now he wants Jan again.
The White House card could be. I mean, because you're not gonna. Pantoja's obviously out. That the flyweight division is horrible. Like, yeah, you can book Brandon Moreno versus Joshua Vaughn, but like we know, or Kai Ascura, like, yeah, you can book those, but that's not going to bring in a lot. That's not.
Maybe Izzy returns.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope so. I love Izzy. He was one of my favorite fighters growing up. Obviously, he has not looked very good in his last couple fights. So, but you also know that Tom Aspinall is just MIA right now. I mean,
he's having his second surgery as well.
Yeah, like so we don't know. I mean, he took
surgery as in injections, so it's not really a full surgery, just injections.
I mean, and then you've got Pereira, obviously, that could fight. And I'm sure that name value alone would bring, if he goes up in weight or if he stays at light heavyweight and you give him Yuri Prohaska. I just think that Dana's going to try to get as many Americans on that card as he possibly can. And as of right now, there's not a super ton of Americans that are either in title contention or like close to it. That would be reasonable.
Their Max will, he'll maybe. Oh, Max is a fighter. I think he'll be fine.
I think he'll fight Charles, and then I think he could probably be, depending on how much damage he thinks. No, I mean they've said, like, Dana's come out and said like they want to fight on like the lawn.
It's already it's established. They're doing it July 4th. He came out and said that's what he's doing today or Monday. He's finalizing all that. Yeah. 5,000 people. Not sure how you get a ticket. 5,000 people. Then they're right across the street. They're going to do like the expo, and then there's going to be like 80,000. They're going to have bleachers, and seems like it's crazy, but they're going to sell like 40,000 or something people and have like a big jumbotron right across the street.
I mean, it's going to be, I don't know if it'll ever, I don't know if it'll break the Sphere record for most just like attendance and viewers and stuff like that. Because that was just an out of this world like experience, just watching that, like even like besides the fights, which were good. Who
fought at the Sphere? It was
Suga versus Merab won, and then there was another women's title fight. I think it was Valentina Shevchenko versus, I don't really remember, to be honest. It might have been Alex Grasso. But it was a really good fun card. Kind of like this one. I mean, this card, for being the first on Paramount Plus, was like actually kind of heat. I mean, you obviously had the cancellation for the co-main, which would have been super fun to watch. Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes, who's like been like the GOAT of women's fighting. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of women's fighting.
That's a fight I did not watch. We were talking about fights about, can't stand girl fights. Yeah.
I mean, it's just, that's kind of how it is. You're not gonna. It's women's fighting.
Cyborg was fun, but Cyborg's a dude, so
Yeah.
Cyborg was good for a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, I obviously I watched. Me and Riley watched pretty much all of the fights in Discord. Josh Hokett, the dude that was
Yes.
just going crazy.
Brittany Griner's a dude.
Yeah, flipped him off and he fell down and just died. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, that
that
was
is
good. I watched
kind of
that
crazy.
one. I watched the Derek Lewis, which Derek Lewis looked very composed the first round. He wasn't winning, but he looked composed, and then he just, I don't know what happened to him. Like
It just looked like he gave up, in my opinion. He fell down. I don't know if he hurt his knee or hurt something, but he just fell down and didn't want to get back up. He just looked like he just didn't want to be there. And honestly, at 40 years old,
he's funny. It's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good character to have in the UFC, but obviously Derek has never been he's fought for the title one time, but I've never seen Derek Lewis as more than he's kind of similar to obviously Dustin fought for the belt twice, but he's similar in that fashion where it's you can put him on a main event or a main card and know that you're going to get viewership because of name value, because he's funny, because he's a good character.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't watch the girl fight.
I pretty much just snoozed through the Umar versus Figueiredo fight. We just knew what we were getting into with that. It's just going to be a grapple fest where we're just going to lay on top of each other for the entirety of the fight. So I was just yeah, I'm checked out. I'll never, unless it's a main card, main event, unless I'm Khabib Prodigy hate watching, I'm just going to not ever watch that boring shit. But then the Gene Silva fight was really funny. Gene Silva is just a complete, I don't even know. I saw where he said that he got tested or whatever for autism and he has it. And I don't want to say bad things about that, but this dude jumped on top of this guy's back with 3 seconds to go in the fight and then jumped off and then started crying in the dude's arms. Yeah. And I'm just what in Sam hell? And then he starts barking and it's just whatever, dude, you've got some screws loose. But then I didn't watch the Rose fight. I heard on Twitter that Rose got pretty robbed. The Derek Lewis fight was whatever. But then the co-main and the main was actually really fun to watch. Sean, obviously, say what you want to say. Sean won. I went back and watched the actual full fight.
I did as well. I mean, I'm very biased with Sean. I don't know. I like his outside lifestyle. It was just, I mean, he attracted me with the podcast. He's cool. And so I've just got some bias, but I went back. So I'm always biased. I mean, I would never say he beat Merab and all that. Right. I said the first time I said he won a round or two that other people don't think he did. And I think I ended up finding the scorecard or something that he did. But I went back and watched it. And he definitely won, and I think the scorecard the round one was very, very close. They gave to Sean because I don't think the takedowns didn't matter. Sean actually got taken down and almost submitted him. So I mean, he had the control.
Right.
Second round, Song won. Sean was being cautious, and then what I liked, just being a big O'Malley fan, round 3, you saw how Sean came up, what made Sean O'Malley. That was what I enjoyed. He looked like his old self, and they said that was the hardest thing, I think, since 2010 or something. Most fighters lose the immediate rematch. I think there's only been 5 winners, the immediate rematch. But then, they said, a lot of them, the most important fight, mentally and all that, is the fight after the immediate rematch. Some people retire, some people quit, some people just lose, some people, I mean, some 10 of 1 or something like that. But they were Cole said, get off your knees. Talking ball, Cole. And he won, and then so I think that was big. I want to see him fight Jan again. I don't want to see him fight Merab, but
yeah, I don't think for the UFC purposes, I don't think they'll book that, and I don't think Sean wants that either.
No, and he'll talk the shit. It's funny. He had a podcast. He had interview yesterday or something, and they're like create the best fighter with like striking, all this and stuff, and they get to the rest. He's like stamina, and he's like Marab, and they're like, "Who's the best wrestler?" And he's like, "Myself," just like trolling. So I thought that was funny.
Yeah, I mean, I went back and I looked at the first round because immediate reaction, I was like, oh, like UFC is big into right now where it's like they love takedowns, like they love control, they love takedowns. That's why all of these wrestlers are just coming into the UFC and just absolutely rolling people because the UFC has gone to such a scoring system of like, you have 5 takedowns and you had 8 minutes of control time. You win the fight. It doesn't matter if you got the shit beat out of you, you win the fight. That's just what it's come down to. For example, the Pereira versus Ankalaev fight 1, there was Pereira did more damage, had more sig strikes, had more total punches, everything. And Ankalaev won because he had more time in the clinch, more control, more takedowns. Like, and so at my first reaction was like, not a lot was done in that first round. He had a takedown. He had 30 seconds of control. They're probably going to give that round to him because of that. Even though Sean did have a deep submission and he lost it, which I never realistically thought like, oh shit, like he could.
We would have been rich if we would have bet that. And it got it like big rich. It was like plus 3,000 rich.
Oh yeah, I mean, but after watching it this morning, Sean landed more sig strikes, more total punches, and you just saw at the end of the fight, like Sean looked completely fine. Obviously, he had the bruising on his legs. Some of those low kicks were just
that's the Sean dominated that on the round 2. He just took advantage of the leg kicks.
I mean, but you look at what I always like to look at after fights is looking at the 2 fighters standing side by side with the referee and seeing who looks like they fought the fight and who looks like they got fought. Because if you look at that just purely based off of that, you would be like, oh, like Sean beat the ever living shit out of Song Yadong. Like,
what's crazy is everyone talks about Sean striking. Low key, his knees, like he has a fucking mass, like that knee is he did it to Cheeto, and Cheeto's never been knocked down, and it's like I don't know how that didn't knock him down. That knee.
I mean, he fractured Cheeto's skull with the knee. Like I would be surprised.
You heard it on stream. Like it was like
it sounded like you were like, oh shit, like something just broke. But that knee towards the end, I was like, damn, dude, that's a big bomb. And Sean hit him with a couple big bombs in that last round.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, at the end of it, but the reason why I thought he lost, one, because we're so prone to it now with like looking at the books, and at the end of the third round,
100%. Yeah, so I'm biased, and obviously alcohol took over my body before the Sean fight. So I'm over here sitting there. I have a parlay of Sean, and I'm like, okay, whatever. It's a small one. I have his money line minus 200, and I saw plus 180, and I'm like, let me get another shot in me, and I'm just gonna start hammering. And I put like 200, but literally right when I clicked bet, I sat there and I like was walking to the bathroom. I bet it, and like I went pee, whatever, and then I started washing my hands, and I get back on and just see if the round started. If it changed, it was like plus 300. I was like, damn, because I mean, my drunk, stupid self definitely would have put the money on a plus 300, just because I'm biased and I was.
Yeah, hammered. I mean, midway through the third round, after the knee connected and he hit him with the left, I mean, Sean was still like plus 225, and then the fight was over, and he closed. I looked at it this morning. At the end of the fight, he closed at plus 205.
Yeah,
and I was like,
that's what I always look. If I sometimes if I'm really into the fight, I won't look at the odds just because like I don't want to be let down. If I think Sean McGregor, anybody, I don't want to be like, damn, this fight's what, like he's got to knock him out. Like, so I just try to stay away from it. Fights I don't really care about. Like, like not super into. I
do like the Tim Welch, like his coach, you know, they showed his corner at the end of that second round, right before the start of the third. He's like, you got to go knock him out. Like that's the whole thing. And you kind of saw it in that very like first minute. Sean looked like the old Sean where he was determined to go out there and put somebody's lights out. And when he fights like that, if you look in his career, he is in the main events that he's in, the 5 rounders that he's been in his life, besides the Aljo one, obviously, because he knocked him out. He dominates like the later rounds, like the championship rounds. He has
Yeah,
like
I think
done
with
very
Marab,
well.
but no, he got submitted the second one. But I think he won round 5 the first time with Marab. Even
Mhm.
though Marab's stamina is crazy, but like it seems like he. I thought a round 3 fight was good for him. Like go fight 3 rounds, see what you can
Yeah.
do. Go get in a slugfest. I mean, Song kind of changed what Song's been known for,
Right.
and tried to. I mean, yeah, he had 3 takedowns, and that was like his career high,
Yeah.
or something like that. But so I think 3 rounds was good.
Yeah. I do
But
agree.
the Jan rematch would be very interesting. Obviously, once again, biased. I remember that fight was in Abu Dhabi, and that was like right when he started getting on the big stage. He was plus money for the first time. Oh, I was nuking him and stuff, and I told like Cole didn't really watch UFC, all that, and he was like, "Should I?" And like Cole's with no money, being fucking fresh 21 or whatever. Cole's nuking O'Malley for like 300, and then we're like, "Oh no, he didn't lose," and then he won. I like, it's debatable. It could go both ways. I think Sean defended. If I'd have to go back and look, I think he defended the takedown a little better than he did with Marab,
Yeah.
with when he did with Jan. But I mean, I thought he won the fight. Obviously, he did. I won money.
Right.
But I would be very interested. But like Marab was just a weird matchup, and I know Jan beat Marab, and Sean can't beat Marab. But I mean, Sean's already beat Jan, so I guess I don't know. Jan is more confident with his striking ability against strikers versus Marab. Marab trolled Sean and was like, "Yeah, I'll stand and fight with you," knowing he wouldn't because he knows he would get his ass beat. Like if
Right.
you, I mean, you're gonna get your ass beat. And then so Marab just physically just beat the living shit out of him. So I think Jan, even though he saw the thing with Marab just taking him down, hopefully Sean figures out wrestling camp. I mean, obviously Ezra's there. I don't know. I mean, what goes into the camp, but I know when he fights wrestlers, Ezra is the one traveling with him, training with him nonstop.
Right.
I know he didn't travel with him this past week because I think obviously because Song's not a wrestler.
Yeah.
But I think Jan would want to stand up more with him, and that obviously benefits Sean.
Right. I mean,
So
yeah. Yeah. I mean, the main event was baller. I mean, that
I
was
enjoyed it.
one
I
of
do.
the
I like Patty, but I think he's won a lot of fights, but I think he was what a lot of Sean has a lot of haters. I think he is what people thought what Sean got treated like, as in like they fast tracked Patty. I don't think
Mhm.
he hasn't beat anybody really good.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't
his
think.
best win's probably Michael Chandler.
Yeah, an old Michael Chandler,
Right.
who'll sit there and bang with you.
Yeah.
But I just think they rushed Patty, and I know it was an interim. But so I mean, I'm just curious if it wasn't interim, would it be Patty and Elia? Because I don't know if he deserved Elia yet. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. Um,
I mean, Patty's had 5 fights in the UFC. Like that's the whole thing it boils down to. And he's well, this was his 6th, obviously, but he's had 5 fights in the UFC. And the same way with Sean, where they like everybody was like, oh, like Sean O'Malley gets the UFC treatment, like the Dana White privilege. And it's like, well, I mean, if you're running through people and you look and you're entertaining, I mean, dude, it was so loud, just even on stream of like when Patty ran out, like
yeah,
that place was rocking.
I mean,
And
I
then
know
I
Patty
mean,
bought like 250 tickets for people in his country.
oh, that's sick. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
That's
spent like 150,000
yeah.
or
And I
something.
mean, the fight as a whole, like, yeah, you can say what you want. There was some like the eye pokes obviously were the last one was bad. Like they didn't
Yeah.
see it. I mean, he caught him like with his thumb over here. I mean, and I just the way that you punch, like I don't know how fighters punch, obviously. Like I don't know if it's like this, like he punched him like this, and that's where his nail caught his eye, and
Mhm.
Patty couldn't see, and then he just got waxed bad.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
but Patty, hey, he said before the fight, like, he's not going to get knocked out. And dude, he took some bombs, like, absolute, like, Justin was just out there just swinging like a drunk fool, just throwing haymaker after haymaker. And I mean, Patty, you saw it in the 3rd round after he kind of like really got beat up in those first 2. He changed kind of what he was doing. He wasn't letting Gaethje get him towards the cage. and
Yeah.
it made a big difference. But I just think that you get hit with those bombs early, and you get, obviously, and Patty probably couldn't see out of his eye. I mean, that first eye poke was disgusting, and then the
Yeah, it was
second one
bad.
cut him open. I mean, he had sweat and blood dripping into his eye that's
So
already
he was
irritated.
burning. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, his vision was probably gone at that point, so he's probably fighting out of one eye. But I respect Patty. I'm not a huge Patty Pimblett fan.
yeah.
I'll watch his fights. Obviously, I want him to beat the shit out of Michael Chandler because I don't really like Michael Chandler, whatever. But I respect Patty more now because he could have so easily in that post-fight interview been like, he, 2 eye pokes, he punched me in the eye, hit me in the nuts, like a lot of cheap shots. He could have so easily made that excuse, and instead he was just like, Justin was a better man than me tonight. He was a better fighter. Like, I'll come back more prepared. And didn't make any excuses whatsoever, and also told everybody like some encouraging words after it. Or it was funny or not to like kind of see him like ramble in the post-fight interview, but I respect him more.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
He's young enough.
Obviously, people judge wins and losses. If you lose, you suck. But obviously, fighting, you have to have something in your body to a switch to flick on. Like, I mean, I couldn't fight. To just wake up and be like, I'm just gonna go get my ass beat.
Yeah.
While hopefully I win the fight. So I mean, but like I said, like some of the greatest people, like biggest UFC stars, like the Poiriers, he's lost so many fights, but they consider him one of the all-time guys because he fought all the time, he won all the time, he was always put on a good show, win or lose, so I guess yes, you want to see everybody win, but then obviously nobody's Khabib. No, I mean that was whatever. So losses, they're gonna happen. I mean, like somebody's gonna. It's literally it's fighting. It's like even though it's a more dominant. It's going to a more dominant wrestling approach. It takes one hit, and you're sleeping. So I mean, somebody can knock somebody out that you don't expect it.
Yeah, I mean, like look at the first McGregor fight when he fought, or the McGregor versus Jose Aldo fight. I mean, that's just a prime example. Like we see it so often in this sport. It is like if you just accidentally miss, and this dude is just loaded up with a kick, a right, a left. I mean, anything, a knee. Like you can, it's the most unpredictable. Like it doesn't matter your game plan. Like it doesn't matter. Fight. Yeah, like Ben Askren versus Jorge Masvidal. Ben Askren probably trained like hell for that fight and probably had the best game plan he's ever had for a fight. And he didn't know
low, just accidentally had flying knee. He went low and then and it's like and it's just it takes one punch. Like I didn't think Sugar was gonna knock Sterling out in the second round. Sterling missed a punch, and then
got clipped. I mean that's the whole thing. The UFC is the most I will say it's the most entertaining sport to watch casually, even if you're not like super duper into it like some of us are. Like if you just turn it on, and now that's on Paramount, like everybody, I know a shitload of people, like my grandparents have Paramount Plus, like they will, like my grandpa will watch the fights. My dad, who really doesn't, I mean, he watched boxing growing up, but like he enjoys watching UFC because of the fact that like it is the most entertaining / you just get to go and watch people just beat the ever living shit out of each other, and it's legal somehow, which is awesome, and it never should be illegal, but
and it gets boring. I mean, I hate, like I always argue with certain people in the Discord or whatever, like they think Merab's awesome. I hate wrestlers when they don't when you don't do that. Like I liked Khabib because Khabib is making people choke Out. Like he's making you gasp for air and contemplate death. Merab did it again. Like that's why I said the first fight against Sean, Merab should have won. He dominated, but he didn't do anything to Sean. He just hugged him for 25 minutes. The second one, he submitted him.
Yep.
And then you just tip your cap. But I don't know. I don't like the time to game.
Riley, you could have easily been on this, and you could have said, "Hey, let's go do this."
Has Riley subbed yet? He said you're at 66 subs. Riley could be 67, or does he already sub?
I don't know. It doesn't look like it's updated, so it looks like we're still at.
We're giving.
Oh no, We're at
I'm getting
67 now. Let's go.
to the 67 subs.
6-7 subs. Holy shit. Let's go. That's awesome. But yeah. Well, I think that we pretty much covered everything going on. I'm not going to talk college basketball until probably later on. Obviously, because there's just so much shit that goes on. Like college basketball is such a long, drawn out kind of season. They play so many games, and it really doesn't get super entertaining until tournament time, or like conference championships and stuff like that. The tournament, that's always fun, but yeah. So
thanks for having me on. We'll be on a Netflix show soon.
Oh yeah, we will. We definitely will.
We'll get on here and then.
Yeah, you gotta do your shout out of the week though. I'm gonna shout out Mr. Gator for winning the county sportsmanship award for being the county OC of the year for sure, and also because he is expecting now. So
we have to give a shout out of the week. Who deserves a shout out?
It's usually old man Riley. He usually gets my shout out. I think he's gotten the last two because he's just. I always shout him out because he's still living. You know, he's 39 years old. So I mean,
yeah, I'll give Riley a shout out because he's becoming a better man and he's finding Christ, and love always wins in the end.
That's right.
And I'm glad he found his love again.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
So, all righty, well. Never wouldn't know, Bubba. Okay, yeah, you're in here right now, boss. And you've also called me huge on a different YouTube account. So
and also I want to give another shout out to Murph. Murph, he's not drinking after the Bears games. Like he's really fixing his life. And
he deserves that's that. For people who don't know who we're talking about, he's on the thumbnail of this video because he's the absolute GOAT.
Yeah.
The most ball-knowing person I've ever met.
He is. We should get him on here.
We hope. I don't know if he owns a computer.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know if he would know how to operate this. He didn't know what a thumbnail was, so.
That's true.
But all right, Johnny, I appreciate you coming on here. With that being said, this has been the 16th episode of the 217 podcast, and we will see you next time. Bang.